So we want to make sure that you are preventing disputes to the extent possible from happening in the first place, and we'll talk about how to do that. It's always important, we think, to resolve disputes at the lowest level possible within the project organization. Now, what that means is that you as design firms need to make sure that your staff is well aware of what the project scope is, what their responsibilities are, and they look to resolve issues as they happen during the project. Any time that you, based on your relationships, can resolve problems prior to they becoming a big problem, that is a benefit to you and your firm. And finally, for us, from an insurance standpoint, you certainly want to resort to binding adjudication only when all other procedures fail. When you can't resolve your differences through either mediation or talking to your client, then you should start looking to other ways of resolving these. But these are usually the most costly, the most time-consuming part of resolving disputes. And you as design firms should be aware that any time that you spend on these matters, trying to resolve disputes, is time away from your other clients and your firm.
One of the things that we've asked firms that are involved in adjudicating a claim is to keep track of the internal time that they spend for their own education so that they understand if there's another claim exactly how much time and money they spend defending themselves. And it's an enormous amount.
And that is something that in our data we generally don't have because we know what your deductible obligations are, we know how much we paid on your behalf to resolve the dispute, but how much time that is actually spent on your internal resources, assisting your attorney, assisting your expert to help you out is really not something that we have readily available, but it is, we know that it is a significant cost. So what does it require to prevent disputes? It requires that you know the circumstances that could lead to a dispute. And oftentimes we think that you, with your relationship with your client, may have a clue as to what's going to happen. That things may not be going as well as you planned. There may be clues. And Lauren, I know you see this often when you're talking to clients, that a lot of times they do see things deteriorating and that they have a chance to talk to their clients and rectify that.
Frequently, and often it revolves around payment or lack of communication. Suddenly the client stopped talking to the design professional during the construction process, or there's some signal that there's a problem.
And for what we want to get across today is that when you recognize these problems, these potential issues, that you take appropriate action so that before the dispute occurs, you are you make your bargaining position stronger, or you're protecting yourself, or you're addressing that issue with the client.